The rain was relentless that night, pounding against my windshield as I navigated the winding country road. Through the haze of water and darkness, I almost missed her alone figure standing at the roadside, arm outstretched in a desperate plea for a ride. I hesitated for a moment. Would you dare pick up a stranger on a deserted road? But something in her demeanor, a sense of vulnerability, compelled me to slow down. As I pulled over, I could see she was soaked to the bone, her long dark hair plastered to her face. "Thank you," she said softly as she climbed into the passenger seat. Her voice was barely audible above the storm. I didn't think anyone would stop. I asked where she was headed, and she gave me an address in a nearby town. As we drove, I tried to make conversation, but she remained quiet, her gaze fixed on the road ahead. The only sound was the rhythmic swish of the wipers and the occasional rumble of thunder. As we neared her destination, I noticed she had grown increasingly pale and translucent. I blinked, thinking it must be a trick of the light. When I looked again, she was gone, vanished, as if she had never been there at all. Confused and more than a little unnerved, I pulled up to the address she had given me. It was a small, well-kept house with a porch light glowing warmly against the night. I sat there for a moment, unsure of what to do. Should I just drive away and forget this ever happened? But curiosity got the better of me. I had to know. I approached the front door and knocked, my heart pounding in my chest. An elderly woman answered, her eyes questioning. I stumbled over my words as I explained why I was there, describing the young woman I had picked up. As I spoke, the color drained from the woman's face. "That's impossible," she whispered, her voice trembling. "My daughter ... She died in a car accident on that very road 10 years ago tonight." A chill ran down my spine as the full weight of what had happened settled over me. I had given a ride to a ghost, a spirit unable to find rest. The woman invited me inside, her hands shaking as she made us both a cup of tea. As we sat in her dimly lit living room, surrounded by faded photographs of a smiling young woman who looked eerily familiar, she told me the story. Her daughter had been driving home on a stormy night much like this one when she lost control of her car. She had been thrown from the vehicle, her body found the next morning in a ditch by the roadside. "Every year on the anniversary of her death, I hear stories," the woman said, her eyes brimming with tears. "People claim to have seen her giving her a ride, but you're the first to actually come here." I left that house with more questions than answers, my mind reeling from the encounter. As I drove home through the now clearing night, I couldn't shake the image of that young woman, lost and alone on the side of the road. Would you dare pick up a stranger on a deserted road? I did, and it changed my perception of reality forever. The line between the world of the living and the realm of the dead had blurred, leaving me to wonder about the souls that might be trapped between, seeking help from unsuspecting passersby. From that night on, I never looked at a lonely stretch of road the same way again. Every time I passed that spot where I first saw her, I slowed down, peering into the darkness. Part of me hopes to catch another glimpse of her, to offer her the ride that might finally bring her peace. But another part of me dreads the possibility, fearing what other secrets the night might be hiding. The experience left me with a newfound respect for the mysteries of life and death, and a keen awareness of the thin veil that separates our world from the next. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary encounters can happen on the most ordinary of nights, when we least expect them. So, the next time you find yourself driving down a lonely road on a dark and stormy night, and you see a figure standing by the roadside, ask yourself, would you dare to stop? You never know whose story you might become a part of, or what truths you might uncover about the world beyond our own. Subscribe and like if you would want another story, and share with someone who would be interested in the story. This really helps a lot.